Driving theory test. What do you need before you can legally use a motor vehicle on the road? An appropriate driving license, breakdown cover, proof of your identity, a vehicle handbook. The correct answer is an appropriate driving license. Explanation: using a motor vehicle on the road illegally carries a heavy fine and can lead to penalty points on your driving license. You must hold a valid driving license for the class of vehicle you're using. Be insured to drive the vehicle. If required, the vehicle must have a current MOT test certificate and be taxed for use on the road. What does this signal from a police officer mean to oncoming traffic? Turn left. Stop. Go ahead. Turn right. The correct answer is stop. Explanation: police officers may need to direct traffic. For example, at a junction where the traffic lights have broken down. Check your copy of the highway code for the signals that they use. A casualty isn't breathing normally and needs CPR. At what rate should you press down and release on the center of their chest? 60 times per minute. 10 times per minute, 240 times per minute, 120 times per minute. The correct answer is 120 times per minute. Explanation: if a casualty isn't breathing normally, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR, may be needed to maintain circulation. Place 2 hands on the center of the chest and press down hard and fast, around 5, 6 centimeters and about twice a second. You stop on the hard shoulder of a motorway and use the emergency telephone. Where's the best place to wait for help to arrive? With your vehicle, on the hard shoulder, well away from the carriageway, next to the phone. The correct answer is well away from the carriageway. Explanation: when you're on the hard shoulder, you're at risk of being injured by motorway traffic. The safest place to wait is away from the carriageway, but near enough to see the emergency services arriving. What could cause you to crash if the level is allowed to get too low? Anti-freeze level, brake, fluid level, battery water level, radiator coolant level. The correct answer is brake, fluid level. Explanation: you should carry out frequent checks on all fluid levels, but particularly brake fluid. As the brake pads or shoes wear down, the brake fluid level will drop. If it drops below the minimum mark on the fluid reservoir, air could enter the hydraulic system and lead to a loss of braking efficiency or even complete brake failure. A police officer asks to see your documents. You don't have them with you. How many days do you have to produce them at a police station? 5 days. 14 days. 21 days. 7 days. The correct answer is 7 days. Explanation: you don't have to carry your vehicle's documents wherever you go. If a police officer asks to see them and you don't have them with you, you may be asked to produce them at a police station within 7 days. You arrive at the scene of a crash where someone is bleeding heavily from a wound in their arm. Nothing is embedded in the wound. What could you do to help? Get them a drink. Walk them around and keep them talking. Dab the wound. Apply pressure over the wound. The correct answer is apply pressure over the wound. Explanation: if possible, lay the casualty down. Protect yourself from exposure to blood, and when you're sure there's nothing in the wound, apply firm pressure using clean material. When must your vehicle have valid insurance cover? Before you can scrap the vehicle. Before you can make ASORN. Before you can sell the vehicle. Before you can tax the vehicle. The correct answer is before you can tax the vehicle. Explanation: your vehicle must have valid insurance cover before you can tax it. If required, it will also need to have a valid MOT certificate. You can tax your vehicle online, by phone, or at certain post offices. An adult casualty isn't breathing. To maintain circulation, CPR should be given. What's the correct depth to press down on their chest? 10 to 15 centimeters. 1 to 2 centimeters. 5 to 6 centimeters. 15 to 20 centimeters. The correct answer is 5 to 6 centimeters. Explanation: an adult casualty isn't breathing normally. To maintain circulation, place 2 hands on the center of the chest. Then press down hard and fast, around 5, 6 centimeters in about twice a second. How should you signal if you're going straight ahead at a roundabout? Signal left after you leave the roundabout and enter the new road. Signal left just after you pass the exit before the one you're going to take. Signal right on the approach and then left to leave the roundabout. Signal right on the approach to the roundabout and keep the signal on. The correct answer is signal left just after you pass the exit before the one you're going to take. Explanation: to go straight ahead at a roundabout, you should normally approach in the left-hand lane. But check the road markings. At some roundabouts, the left lane on approach is marked left lane on approach, is marked left turn only, so make sure you use the correct lane to go ahead. You won't normally need to signal as you approach, but signal before you leave the roundabout, as other road users need to know your intentions.